Hello, my name is Bex. I run a small business called Bexercise and it's about exercise. I'm a personal trainer, fitness instructor, and I've been teaching for about 20 years. And it's my favourite thing to do to help people move a little bit stronger and be able to do a little bit more. I've been asked to start a little class to help people that need a little bit of help with their movement or to get a little bit stronger. Maybe they've lost confidence because they had a fall, maybe through age or an illness or something that's happened, they've lost strength and movement and now struggle, maybe even to do basic things. That's what this class is about. So if somebody sent you this little video to introduce you to me, then it's because they're concerned about you and they want to see you move a little bit better. Getting older is inevitable. Getting weaker is not inevitable. And it's often the lack of strength or the decrease of strength more than the increase of years that makes the most difference in the way that we function in everyday life or the things that we can do and can't do. Okay, because there are many 90-year-olds that can do amazing things still, run marathons, and there's some 30-year-olds that can't do as much as their contemporaries because of something that's happened to them, not because they're old, but just because it's affected their strength, okay, and it's meant that that strength has decreased. So gentle strength is all about very gently trying to build up that strength again so that you can do more and be safer and happier because you're able to do things that you want to do. So I just wanted to start with a little visual to explain, okay, how important strength is. I want you to imagine that these are two bones, okay? They could be any bones. Maybe it's your hip bone, maybe it's your knee joint, anything. So you have a bone here and a bone here. Now the bones don't meet, hopefully, okay, because if they did, that would be really painful. So there's space in between, and this is the joint, okay? So it moves around. If it's a knee joint, it just moves like this. If it's a hip joint, then you've got that circular ball and socket, okay, but there's movement in there. Now in that space there are all sorts of things. There is the tendons and ligaments and all the connective tissue. There's synovial fluid in there. There's cartilage and all sorts of stuff that make that joint work properly. There's also a lot of nerves, right? If that joint gets a little bit more squashed, there's less space in there, all that stuff gets squished up and the nerves get squished as well, squished and squashed, and sometimes trapped, and that's what causes the pain. Also, there's a lot more tension and friction in there because everything's just squished in together. That causes friction, which then causes inflammation, and inflammation causes pain. Okay, with me so far? So when we get stronger, the muscle that is connecting this bone and the muscle that is connecting this bone gets stronger, and then they actually can draw that joint apart a little bit. It's fractional, but a small amount of increased space makes a whole lot of difference because suddenly that joint has got a lot of room to move, more room to move, okay? So it can move a little bit easier. There's less pressure in there, there's less friction, so the inflammation dies down, and also the nerves have room to wheel around a little bit without being squashed or bashing up against each other and causing a lot of nerve pain, which is what sciatica is. Sciatica, nerve pain basically that runs down your legs, okay? So with increased strength, from this, you get to this, and that means more movement and less pain, okay? So now that I've finished with that, I'm actually going to carry on talking to you, but I'm going to be doing some of the things that I would be doing during gentle strength, okay? Just to demonstrate to you. I've even got my slippers on. That it's really not that bad. Because just with some repetitive, careful, guided motion, the muscles that are involved here will get stronger. I mean, you've got to stand up and sit down, don't you? All the time. If you do it 20 times in a row with me guiding you, then the right muscles are going to learn how to work, And the fact that you're doing it 20 times instead of one puts a little bit of load and demand on those muscles, and then they respond by getting stronger. Hips are really important. Knees are really important. Shoulders are really important. Gentle strength is going to be a very gentle strength building, half an hour. And to start with, all I'm going to do is 10 minutes, have a little chat, another 10 minutes. And if you can only do part of it, that's a lot better than not doing any of it. Okay, so this is just about trying to get you to move a little bit more confidently and safely so that you can carry on moving. Because this is what happens. Imagine you had a fall, okay, you were coming down some steps. It can happen to anyone, right? You have a little tumble, you really hurt yourself. The next time you approach a set of stairs, what are you going to do? I'm not sure I can do that. Okay, so you either avoid the situation altogether, understandable, or you hold on for dear life, going downstairs, okay, creating more tension in your body, which then translate to more pressure, more inflammation, and more stress. And we're just trying to reduce that stress level, okay? So what I would like you to do is just go through some simple moves that are going to give you good technique, good safety net, some good tips, and a little bit of gentle repetitive exercise to strengthen the muscles that mean that you can stand up, walk, climb up and down stairs, getting up and down from the toilet without having to hold on for dear life. Does that sound good? If it sounds good, I would love for you to join me for any of the classes that are going to be running from the next Monday, okay? I'll put the dates as well. It starts on the 28th, and I'm going to be running the pilot session at 12:15 on a Monday lunchtime for 6 weeks. Drop into any of those and just try it out. If you know this is for you, then message me and I will tell you what the cost is. There is a cost because I run a small business, but it is not a big cost, okay? And it will definitely be worth it. So come and see me. If you've got any questions, ask the person who sent you this to give you my number, okay? I'm Bex of Bexercise, and I would love to chat to you a little bit more. Come and give it a go. I can promise you that will make your life just a little bit easier. Right, Arch? Why are you eating my wood basket? Oh my life, this dog. Stop eating my wood basket. You're such a rascal.